everybody. It is me, Suzanne Monk, your host of Trump Talk, the one and only Periscope cast all about Donald J. Trump. And we got some good news. As you all know, the Indiana primary is tomorrow, and we all need to go out. If you're in Indiana, go out and vote Trump. We need to stick it to Ted Cruz and get him out of the race. He's driving us all crazy. So, let's talk about Ted Cruz for a minute. Let's talk about a few things about Ted Cruz. Interesting story. You might have been hearing about all these little shenanigans that Ted Cruz has been pulling, trying to get delegates, unbound delegates, and the delegates, even delegates bound to Trump, selected as Cruz delegates. Well, seems that the delegates have a mind of their own. What? In North Dakota, out of the unbound delegates that have been selected for Cruz, who had previously been counted as voting for Cruz, being Cruz delegates, 5 of the 10 have already stated that they will actually be watching the rest of the election and deciding based on various factors, including the will of the electorate and the momentum going forward. Several of them have stated that they are actually, one of them has stated he's outright has never been for Cruz. And many of them have now said they're not bound to Cruz, and they are still going to consider themselves relatively unbound and in the process. And this is going to be happening more and more as the delegates start to get on board with the reality that Donald Trump is going to be the Republican nominee. We're getting closer and closer. Tomorrow is an important day. So everybody, get out to the polls. Check your ballot. Double, triple check your ballot. Make sure the machine is working. Don't let anybody else vote on a machine you find not working. Make a stink. Stand up. It's important. So, I also want to talk about the Arizona delegate situation. As you know, we talked about the Arizona delegate situation. Again, Cruz is over there trying to get the delegates selected in his favor. Governor Jan Brewer, who's been a delegate at the Arizona convention, pretty much every election was not selected. So there's obviously some shenanigans going on. It's not going to matter in the end, folks. So I don't want you to get too worried about these delegate shenanigans. We're going to see a lot more delegates like North Dakota coming around and realizing that we need to unify the party before the convention. We don't want the party to be this divided going forward, fighting Hillary Clinton. But we're also going to have to keep our eye on the process. Call your Republican committee people. Talk to them. Tell them you want the will of the voter heard. Show up at these conventions. Show up in their offices. Make phone calls. Send emails. Stay involved with the delegate process because we're going to be able to keep those delegates that are for us on our side. We're going to be able to turn some people. We're also going to be able to ensure that the delegates follow the bound rules, that there's no shenanigans going on. If we're all watching, we can make sure we get not only the 1237, more than the 1237, but we walk into the convention as the presumptive nominee and go through a normal convention and nominate Trump. That's what we all want to do. You might have also seen I want to talk a little bit about the footage CNN has been showing of Cruz debating a group of Trump supporters. I just want to say, hey, Trump supporters, good job. Stick it to Lion Ted any chance you get. But I also want to say this to the Trump Nation. If you've watched the footage, or if you've read any of the articles about it, you know as well as I do that the mainstream media lies and spins just as bad as Ted does, and they are using it to make Ted appear presidential. But he's not. He's actually just making and telling more lies right there in front of the supporters. So, in the future, if you have an opportunity to debate Ted Cruz, and I know this is going to be hard because I would love to debate Ted Cruz too, but if you have a chance, if you are in that situation, I'm going to urge you, Trump Nation, turn your backs on Ted Cruz. Turn your backs. Do not show your face to Ted Cruz. Do not give him any more footage or any more TV time for his lies. We have heard enough of his lies, and the media spreads enough of his lies. So, my advice to us, all of us, if you are ever engaged in a conversation with Ted Cruz, turn your back. And that's right here from Trump Talk. So, polls are looking great across the nation. These are the races we have left. Indiana, we are polling 49 to Ted Cruz's 32. So we are doing great in Indiana. Go out and vote. Nebraska, 41%. West Virginia, 40% to Cruz, 20%. Oregon, 43%. We can't get polls out of Washington or Montana, but New Mexico, the only poll that was there shows a tie between Cruz and Trump. Get out, New Mexico. Get out there and vote. California, 50% Trump. Go California. New Jersey, 45 to 24% Kasich. So 45% Trump, 25% Kasich. We are leading in all of the states that have polls other than New Mexico, and there's one little poll that we're tied in. So I suspect we're going to just run the gamut. But Indiana is important tomorrow to get some momentum going, and we're going to make sure we get out there and take care of Indiana. There is a Trump rally at the Trump Tower. It's not really a rally. It's a victory conference, I like to call them, 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. So tune in for that. You can watch it on Right Side Broadcasting Network, rsbn.tv. You can watch it on all the networks if you can stand their annoying cutting in, and you can watch it on Fox Business if you can deal with Charlie Gasparino freaking out the entire time. Oh my gosh. So just watch it on RSBN and ignore all those tricks. Let's talk about a few things I want to talk about. I have a new segment. I am going to call new segment How Trump Beats Crooked Hillary Clinton. Because what we really are trying to do is make sure we beat crooked Hillary Clinton in the general election in November. Now, here's some important things that we have talked about here on Trump Talk. One, Trump is going to get a lot of union voters and other blue-collar voters, union members, in an AFL-CIO internal poll, supported Trump over Clinton and Bernie Sanders combined. So there's a lot of blue-collar workers that are traditional Democratic voters that are going to come over and vote for Trump. And we've seen that. Reason number two, the second reason, all of the voters that are coming into the Republican Party during the primary, we have thousands in Pennsylvania, thousands all across the country who are coming into the Republican Party to vote for Trump in the primary. There's a lot of those voters there. We are also going to get a lot of these Bernie Sanders kids. Already, there's 15%, they're polling 15%, they like Trump. So when you're out there talking to these Bernie Sanders kids online, tell them the things that are positive about Trump. Don't fight the racist argument. There's time for that. They can look at the footage themselves and figure it out. Tell them the good things about Trump. Lower taxes, bring our jobs back, get the corruption out of Washington. Talk to these kids. We can help win more votes for Trump. Here's another point that's very important, and we're going to talk about this segment again, but here's another point I want to leave you on. Hillary Clinton has not been tested in the media the way our Donald Trump has. They want to talk about the Donald Trump coverage. He's gotten so much extra coverage than any other candidate. But that coverage consisted of basically calling him names all day long on the news every single day. He's been vetted and battle-hardened, and Hillary Clinton has literally kept the media away from her in little roped-off pens. So we're going to attack Hillary Clinton with a battle-hardened warrior. And once we start hitting her, you're going to watch those polls, just like I said, more and more. Rasmussen, George Washington University polls, both have Trump tied or statistically tied. That's going to get better and better. Hillary is getting closer to us, and we're getting up. So get out there and vote. That's our segment, how we're going to beat Hillary Clinton. Let's do Trump reason of the day. Trump reason of the day. My Trump reason of the day, winning. We don't win. And I don't just mean in America. I mean we, the American people. We, the American voter, haven't been winning for elections for decades. We've been dealing with the lesser of two evils. We've been dealing with candidates who don't want to get rough or don't want to really stick it to the other candidate or stand up for their principles. It's all a game. It's all a political game. And we've been dealing with that for decades. Trump is a candidate who is dedicated to winning so that he can accomplish the goals he has promised the American people. He's different from other candidates because he's already winning in life. He doesn't need to win in politics. He's winning in life already. He's chosen to take a break from winning in life to come win for America and win for us and help us as America win again. Win in trade, win in military strength, win in exceptionalism, and we've had so many leaders who haven't believed really in American exceptionalism, but Trump is one who does. And so winning for America, that's my Trump reason of the day. Let's do best of the Trump train, you guys. I got an adorable one out of Pennsylvania. Let me pull this picture up. This house is phenomenal, you guys. Look at this. Oh, it's all painted. You can see it there. Great. American flag, and then Trump 2016. We love it. We love it. You are the best of the Trump train. That is on our Trump Talk US Facebook page. You can find out where that came from. Go ahead and click it, like it for the girl who I stole it from so that she doesn't think I'm a picture thief. So go out there and like it. Again, tomorrow, go and vote. There's a rally 9 p.m. Eastern. If you want to contact the show, you can contact me. I'm the Trumpetarian on Twitter, at Trumpetarian. You can email the show at trumptalkus@gmail.com. You can also just go and get all of our video clips here on at trumptalk.us. And of course, you can also order my book, The Semi-Essential Trump Supporters 2016 Election Survival Guide, on Amazon. Only $3.99, you guys. Lots of funny bits and fun stuff in there to help us get through the election. So, that's our Trump Talk today, folks. We are going to be back tomorrow. Don't know how that's going to go because, we're going to be watching the Indiana primaries, but I'll probably get on as soon as we hear the report, as soon as they call it for Trump, which they will. I'll be on here and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about what's happening, and we will talk about what we are going to do moving forward, focusing on the general election, putting this primary behind us, and getting ready to make Trump President of the United States and make America great again. Thanks, you guys. Trump Talk out. Little Trumpy. Bye, everybody.